Hi, I'm Richard's dad, and it's time to read Larry Gets Lost in Chicago. So, here we go. This is Larry. This is Pete. They rode on a train, each one in his seat. Filled with excitement, they both wore a grin. A new city adventure was about to begin. Mom and Dad led the way from the big busy station to a water taxi waiting at a river location. Through the heart of the city, a river flowed. The water taxi made it seem like a regular road. Under several bridges, Pete and Larry passed. With no red lights, they traveled quite fast. The family walked for what seemed like a mile. So much shopping bags, so much style. Larry watched the man make hot dogs with all kinds of stuff. With toppings so high, would one bun be enough? Mustard and relish on every one. Tomatoes, peppers, and a seeded bun. Celery salt, but no ketchup was the final touch. Larry was sure Pete couldn't eat that much. But eat it he did, and Larry's hunger remained. Larry knew not to beg, that was how he was trained. He tried to forget his tummy frustration. As the family arrived at a railway station, Larry led them all up. They climbed stair after stair. In this part of town, trains are up in the air. On the platform they waited a minute or two when one of those hot dogs came into view. Larry pounced on it, happy to finally eat. But in the time that it took, he had lost his friend Pete. Oh no. He tried to make a quick reconnection, but the train he jumped on went the other direction. He was soon happy to get out, being packed in so tight. Something big was happening at this round building site. Could one of these people in bright blue caps tell him where he could go to find Pete, perhaps? Maybe at the Cubs game? Pete, Mom, and Dad rode their southbound train past a different stadium with a different name. They saw trains that were big and planes that were small, but their search for Larry turned up nothing at all. Pete saw a statue of a guy walking on air. Larry loved to play ball, but the pup wasn't there. Larry stood by a lion who lived in a zoo, thinking, thank goodness there's glass between me and Big U. He found a lake shoreline and ran on the sand. There were boats in the water and one on the land. That one's a restaurant. He continued his search from way up high. But he could not see his friend from his place in the sky. In that very same minute of that very same hour, Pete was also up high, but in a different tower. No help from a giant who had nothing to say, nor the strange-looking lady who pointed both ways. Meanwhile, Larry met a monster named Sue, saw beautiful paintings, old and new, then looked for Pete in huge tanks of deep blue. Larry passed around building but stayed far away. He heard people saying that that's where bears play. He ran through a park filled with bright shiny steel, past a crowd listening to music in a field. One sculpture looked like a bean a giant robot might eat. Larry saw his reflection, and beside it, was Pete. Uh-oh, I can't turn the page. They jumped and they hugged. He wasn't lost anymore. Then Pete saw something they both could explore. Two giant faces smiled at them, blinking their eyes. Pete and Larry moved close and got a soaking surprise. They passed another fountain as they left this fun place, but this time kept their distance, just in case. They boarded a train and did their best to get dry, and to this fabulous city said their goodbye. The end. I hope you like that story. Bye.